Thank you for watching my channel. Please subscribe and like. Now back to the news.
A 16-year-old girl took her own life on the grounds of a prestigious boarding school after becoming hyper-fixated on her first ever detention. Caitlyn Scott-Lee was found dead on the premises of Wycombe Abbey in Buckinghamshire last Friday, the day before her punishment. She had been given a 2-hour headmistress detention after vodka and a tattoo kit were found in her music locker just before the Easter break. The pupil, who was diagnosed with autism last year, was upset at the prospect and it preyed on her mind for weeks before the tragedy. In her final diary entry, on April 20th, she wrote, "I hope this is my last diary entry. I want to kill myself tomorrow." She was so upset about the detention she ran away from a choral event she was due to sing at in March, and wrote in the diary, "Running away was the best cry out for help I could given you." Wycombe responded with, "We'd normally punish you but you're already getting punished." Her devastated father, Jonathan Scott-Lee, told the Sunday Times, "She was mortified to receive a detention. To some of us, it is a badge of honor, sitting in a room for 2 hours to work. But Caitlyn seemed hyperfixated on the concept of a detention, and it seems she was determined to do anything she could to avoid it." He added. She even spoke to her housemistress and asked for an upgrade to a suspension, despite the fact that it was a more severe punishment. The 41-year-old wants to raise awareness about neurodiverse children, and called for schools to focus on care for their pupils as much as their academic progress. He has previously written about neurodiversity for his bank, having also been diagnosed with ADHD. He said while help is available at the extremes of the spectrum, people who appear too normal may not get the assistance they need. The HSBC executive said autistic people like himself and Caitlyn often think of the world in binary terms, finding it hard to differentiate between two extremes. He did not, however, believe Wycombe Abbey, a £44,000 a year school that often sends its alumni to Oxford and Cambridge, was pressuring its girls with exam success. "It is too juvenile to merely proclaim that Wycombe Abbey is a pressured academic institution. It is amongst the elite of British public school institutions," he said. "It is equally simplistic to parrot the term mental health. Instead, Caitlyn's name can be better honoured through effecting change to ensure that our government and Prime Minister prioritise funding to raise awareness and provide the specialist support and training for staff that is needed for neurodiverse children to thrive at school." Caitlyn had a passion for theatre and musicals, and adored photography. Some of her photos are being posted to a blog set up by her family in her memory. She enjoyed nature and would often watch the ducks on the lake in the school grounds. Mr. Scott-Lee wondered if it could be named after her as a tribute. Mr. Scott-Lee said she loved her young sisters and in her diary she thanked her classmates and wished them luck. In a statement, Wycombe Abbey said, "Everyone at Wycombe Abbey has been left deeply shocked by Caitlyn's death. She was a highly valued member of our school community, a bright and talented young woman with enormous promise. She will be hugely missed by all of us,